Welcome to a balmy Lords, the home of cricket, for Middlesex's final home game of this season's Natwest T20 Blast. And it was a big one. Up against their London rivals, Surrey, Middlesex won the toss, chose to bat first, and here is how they got on.
Nick Gubbins wasted no time in acquainting himself to the sellout crowd with a 6 off Jade Dernbach's opening over, flicked nonchalantly over long leg. But the former England bowler had his revenge the very next ball, enticing the 21-year-old to play on, leaving Middlesex 7 for 1 after the first over. Middlesex have endured a difficult campaign to date, but this time the top order delivered. The wicket brought John Simpson to the crease, and he was in no mood to be tied down, dispatching Azhar Mahmood over the short leg side boundary. The power play proved productive for the home side, with the seamers struggling to stem the flow of runs. Simpson's summer of scoring has been one of the brightest sparks in Middlesex's season, and he went after Mahmood and Dernbach, with the latter travelling the distance for bowling too short. 17-year-old seamer Sam Curran looks one for the future, and he nearly had his first Lord's wicket when Simpson got a leading edge, but fortune favoured the batsman. And he made Surrey pay. Sam's older brother Tom found things decidedly tougher as Simpson cashed in on a good batting track with 3 fours in succession, with each boundary hit with increased fluency and flamboyance. And the last of which was a sumptuous drive through the covers to bring up the team 50. It was quickly becoming the Simpson show as he rocketed towards a sensational half-century, this time pummelling a shot in front of square for 4 more, as Middlesex made 59 from the first 6 overs. The momentum stayed with the batting side after the power play too, as Dawid Malan clubbed Zafar Ansari into the advertising hoardings, before trying to repeat the feat later in the over, but this time found himself superbly caught by Dernbach to go for a quick-fire 23, leaving Middlesex 80 for 2 in the 10th over. Simpson turned a single into the leg side to bring up his 50 from just 36 balls, his third half-century in total from this season's productive Natwest T20 Blast. But he was soon sent back to the pavilion as Sam Curran successfully picked up his first wicket when Simpson bunted a low full toss down the throat of Ansari in the deep. All-rounder James Franklin was next in, and he continued to lay siege to the Surrey bowling. He was superbly taken, but the fielder was a good 15 rows back in the stand. Franklin and Owen Morgan put on 77 in 6.5 overs as the run rate accelerated, with the skipper looking in particularly fine form. But he mishit one to long off and had to go 2 runs short of a half-century. There are a few better death bowlers than Azhar Mahmood, of course, and he got his second wicket of the over as Franklin skied one and was comfortably caught by Rory Burns in the final over. But the damage had already been done as Middlesex posted one of their highest scores of the season. 3 major contributions from the top 5 as Simpson, Morgan and Franklin all made scores of 40+, the home side posting 185 for 5.
So a really good batting performance from the home side Middlesex, 186, then the victory target for the visitors Surrey, and this is their reply.
England batsman Jason Roy was handed an early reprieve after nicking a delivery through to the wicket-keeper. It wasn't to prove costly for the hosts though, as Finn got his man 2 balls later when Roy flicked one off his hips and was snaffled by Mitchell McClenaghan. Fine catching was to be a mark of the Middlesex fielders in this innings, as Nick Gubbins held on to one in the deep to dismiss the dangerous Stephen Davies, although there was nothing composed about his attempted celebration, to his dismay, but to the delight of both the Lord's crowd and his amused teammates. The wickets continue to tumble as Finn picked up his second and Middlesex his third when Ben Folkes top-edged to mid-off, and Milan just about held on to leave Surrey's top order decimated. But still there was Kumar Sangakkara at the crease, and the Sri Lankan got his boundary count off and running with a typically elegant cover drive. The problem for Surrey was that no one was sticking with him, with Rory Burns offering the simplest of catches to Middlesex skipper Owen Morgan to leave the visitors 34 for 4 at the end of the power play. Sangakkara was still going though, and there was still a probable fight back for Surrey, and he whisked Ollie Rayner over the ropes for Surrey's first maximum. His knock of 32 came to an end soon after though, trying to plant the medium pace of Neil Dexter into the stands, and Milan held on for his second catch. Zafar Ansari has been on the radar of England's one-day selectors, and no wonder with shots like this, but his cameo innings was just brief respite. Azam Mahmood chipped one back to the bowler, and Rayner held on just about to claim his first wicket of the innings. Finn was looking at his menacing best, and he all but ended Surrey's hopes when Ansari hit one out of the splice, and the catch was safely pouched to leave Surrey 83 for 7. Perhaps the best of Middlesex's 8 catches was this one, though, by Mitchell McClenaghan, racing in from short fine leg and diving full stretch to see the back of Tom Curran. The New Zealander has been in fine form for Middlesex and added a world-class catch to his list of achievements during his short stint in St John's Wood. Surrey captain Gareth Batty didn't last long as Dexter picked up the 9th wicket of the innings. The medium pacer finished with figures of 4 overs, 3 wickets for just 12 runs. And with their London rivals requiring an implausible 50 runs off the final over, Middlesex wrapped up a fine victory, with McClenaghan finishing with 2 dot balls. The man of the match was John Simpson for his explosive half-century, while Stephen Finn starred with 3 for 17 for the Middlesex bowlers. Surrey's top order never got going. They finished on 142 for 9, meaning Middlesex claimed victory by a margin of 43 runs.
So a great way for Middlesex to finish this T20 Blast campaign here at Lords, their last home match. Great contributions from man of the match John Simpson and Stephen Finn. Brilliant with the ball once again with those figures of 3 for 17. Next up for Middlesex here at Lords is the Royal London One Day Cup. It gets underway this Sunday. Tickets are available on the gate, but for more details on that and all upcoming matches, go to the Middlesex website. But congratulations to Middlesex on a big win against their big rivals.